meteorologist Chase Jones.
Well, a lot of people blaming the weather for the reason why the transmission's not coming in from the Coliseum right now, and including the transmitter for the severe weather radio is still not up. And Trey Nesledge, at least the car is parked inside. We're not going to see any hail, but keep practicing keeping it inside safe. Now, looking at those cloud cover over the last 24 hours, pretty impressive, but still been a pretty soggy day as we make our way into the first day of rodeo. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours holding strong all the way down into those 50s, and we only warmed up a couple degrees into those upper 50s, and we're going to drop right back down into those lower 50s, but colder weather is on the way, so dress warm. If you have to go outside, take the extra layer with you, as well as a good warm hat or a good cowboy hat. 59 in San Angelo, everybody else in a combination of 60s and 50s across the entire region. Take a good look outside right now. 55 in Sterling City, 64 down there in Junction, 9 degrees across the entire Concho Valley, but chillier weather is definitely on the way. Now, humidity values are still in those 50s for the dew point, while humidity indices are anywhere from those 80s down into those 70s and those 60s. But I think some of that moisture is going to make its way off towards the eastern side of the Concho Valley. Now, water vapor imagery is tracking some strong concentrations of blues that's going to shape up for some severe weather all across the Mississippi River Valley, and they're already seeing a whole lot of tornadoes off there in Kentucky, and that includes off towards eastern Texas. But here in West Texas, nothing but cold air, and it's moving up pretty fast. Now, when we show you the upper level pattern, here's our giant pocket of cold air shaping up for the cold first weekend of rodeo. But as we see a stronger system make its way across the Great Lakes, it's going to make its way out of the area, and then we're going to warm up as we make our way into the second week of rodeo. Definitely make some plans by next weekend, because we're going to be all the way up into those 90s, but I don't think we're going to see any rain. When we look at the water vapor imagery, there goes our monster storm off towards the east, but we're keeping our eye on the circulation around New Mexico to fight its way down across the panhandle, and we'll see what it turns into by the time the parade kicks off by tomorrow. Now, severe weather outlook is still the Concho Valley, but we take you into the hail probability tray because it still exists out there, but we probably aren't going to see any. And we take you down to the surface. Our tornado watches are moving off towards the east, but when we look at the panhandle, look at the strong moving clouds. Upper level system still pretty powerful, but the main circulation, or that spin, really just sort of on the border of Arizona and New Mexico, where they're pushing up a whole lot of moisture. Those are winter weather alerts all the way down into the Concho Valley. Now, as we zoom in on the rodeo, we're getting a better idea of this cloud cover making its way out of the area, but the radar's just not picking up anything, as well as some of that light rain, just sort of nothing. Now, the Futurecast is giving you a better idea of about 10 o'clock. This is the eye we have our eye on for some of that rain to make its way in, but it's still looking like low cloud cover. As we make our way into sort of Saturday evening, it's going to skip over San Angelo and then show up on the eastern side instead of the western side like we saw last night. Now, Stephen's going to get a better look of it if it pops up. Now, take a good look. This is going to be around parade time, where everything is going to be pretty cloudy, some low cloud cover, but look off towards the northwest and keep your eye on it. Here comes that cold, freezing air. It makes its way in by about Saturday evening. There's the snowstorm as it makes its way through, pushes its way out by Sunday. Everything clears up, and then it becomes a beautiful week as we push back up into those 80s. I'm not kidding about this cold weather. Take a good look as we play through it. As Saturday morning rolls around into the evening, this is parade time around those 50s here in San Angelo. Here comes that cold weather. As soon as the sun sets, it's on its way through, so dress warm and bring the plants inside. Now, after Sunday, things will warm up. So tonight, if you have to go outside, take the extra layer with you, because we're getting all the way down into those upper 40s, and I'm still on the lookout for maybe some severe weather, if not a little bit of rain shower activity. And then tomorrow, keeping our eye out for even more rain, if not some snow by the evening. So if you're headed out to the parade, dress warm. Now, as soon as we get through Sunday, we're on the warm-up. By Monday, take a good look up into those 70s. By the time we get to Tuesday, completely leveling out in those 80s for the second week of rodeo. Whoa, those overnight lows push up from those 30s all the way up into those mid-50s. Don't blow away. We'll have more KSAN News after the break.